You have chosen the most difficult path, Keeper. There is no portal available. To compensate, you have arrived with some of your strongest minions. It would be a terrible shame if another Keeper were to lose his portal to your fell clutches. Attack quickly. Surprise and slaughter are the means to obtaining this land's portal gem.
I am Kronos, master of strategy. I will train my creatures hard to form elite troops. Then I'll kill you all.
I'll keep my creatures hidden in these caves, and no one will put challenge to Belial, else doom upon them.
I am Raksha. Know that this land of fire will be mine. I'll brook no opposition.
Morgana am I, and my enemies are everywhere. I must be ready to repel them.
You're not alone in your ambitions, Evil One, for you are joined by 4 unholy rivals, and all seek to rule this land, so take them on. The prize will come to you when they are gone. Your creatures require a place to rest. Build them a lair.
Hello there, Dungeon Keeper fans. This here's Uncle Troy. Today we are playing level 11, Carnage in the land of Sparklydell. And this is the third option, the most difficult one, the one where we have no portal. And as such, we have only a few creatures. I think 3 Dark Mistresses and 2 Salamanders, or vice versa. And without a portal, we have no quick way of getting more creatures. So what we have to do is we have to build us up a little dungeon and hopefully capture and convert some enemy creatures, or take out an enemy keeper quickly and then capture their portal. And what I often try to do is take out a enemy keeper quickly, but I cannot remember where the enemy dungeon heart is, so I don't know where to dig to just yet. Back one of the very first times I played this game, I found this little section over here with some impenetrable rock around it, and thought this would just be the perfect place to build a torture chamber. So I did, and ever since then I've always built one right here. And on up here I build a prison for impounding enemy creatures, and the library, workshop, other things. Okay, I've set my imps to trying to dig into the enemy portal over there. I figure that'll be a good diversion while I try to take out the enemy dungeon heart here. Again, using the tremor spell to make it easy for my characters to quickly get over to the dungeon heart. And with any luck, I have done this quickly enough that that dungeon keeper has not gathered a lot of followers. He doesn't have a lot of creatures under his command, and the ones he does are not very high level. So my 3 Salamanders and 2 Dark Mistresses should be enough to take him down, but we shall see. And if my imps can dig through over there and capture the enemy portal, all the better. That'll just mean I have a little extra help.
You have taken over an enemy hatchery. You have defeated an enemy keeper.
Okay, 1 down and 3 to go. Unlike the other versions of level 11,
You have claimed a lair. You have claimed a portal. You have claimed a bridge.
sorry. Unlike the other versions of level 11, The dungeon keepers don't take each other out very often, so you have to take down all 4 of them by yourself.
You have claimed a library. You have taken over an enemy room. A new species of creature has entered your dungeon.
I believe over this way somewhere was where we found the high-level salamander the last time we were playing through. So we just need our imps to dig out over here and claim him.
A new species of creature has entered your dungeon.
Also, there's a what you call gem scene over here, which could be mined for limitless wealth, but that's not very important in this particular map because you don't need a whole lot of money to win this. And now we have us a level 10 creature under our control, which, as always, is going to make it a little easier to win the next battle. Not much can take out a level 10 creature except another level 10 creature or a whole lot of lower creatures. Speaking of creature levels, I've got quite a bit of gold, so I guess it wouldn't hurt to make a huge training room and allow my creatures to train up. That'll also come in handy. Of course, you can only train creatures up to level 4, so that level 10 creature will just immediately walk off and leave because he'd do no good to train, so he won't even try. And look here, we've already found our next enemy dungeon heart to take out. Just have to clear out a little of this gold and make a bridge over there. Okay, this guy seems to have a few more creatures to defend his place, but I think my various get back to work. There you go.
Your bridge is under attack.
I think my various creatures can take him out without too much problem.
The enemy has taken your bridge.
I'm not too concerned about the enemy imps taking over my bridges and whatnot, because all that'll go back to unclaimed land as soon as this dungeon heart is taken out.
You have taken over an enemy bridge. You have defeated an enemy keeper. The steel door. Strongest of all barriers. It holds attackers long enough for you to muster your defense, but so costly is it that you must plan its placement well.
The mentor said that little bit about the steel door because that enemy had already researched it, and by defeating him, I gained access to it.
A mistress has become unhappy because she has no lair. You have claimed a portal.
Okay, I believe I found a quick and easy way to get to the next enemy dungeon heart. And I hope to do so now. Now the call to arms spell will drag your creatures from wherever they are but if they're close, then they can get there quicker.
You have taken over an enemy hatchery.
This keeper had a whole lot more creatures than I thought he did, and they're trained up to a higher level. So you can see that a level 4 or so Bile Demon can whack a level 1 creature down pretty much with one hit. And even a lot of constant casting of the heal spell doesn't necessarily save a creature if they're taken down too quickly. So I got the idea that I would use the Horned Reaper spell, Horny.
You have taken over an enemy bridge.
And in casting this spell, it was a one-time thing, you know. You get pieces of the Horny Talisman, and you can then summon him for about 100 seconds, but I forgot a few things. 1, you can only summon him on land you own. And 2, he does not respond to the call to arms flag. And 3, he pretty much chases after whatever creature he wants, not necessarily the creatures you want him to. I also discovered when I tried to pick him up that you cannot pick him up and move him around like you can your other creatures. For example, my creatures are finally starting to get the upper hand here at the Dungeon Heart, and the Horned Reaper would be useful, but he's off chasing down a Bile Demon that's like wandering off over here somewhere.
One of your creatures is being held in an enemy prison. You have taken over an enemy prison. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. A creature is starving in your prison. You have defeated an enemy keeper.
Okay, I pretty much wasted that use of the Horned Reaper there. So let's just convert some creatures and go after the very last of our enemy dungeon keepers.
Your creatures are complimenting you on your dungeon.
Once again, I have to admit that sometimes I go a little overboard with these sentry traps. But I just like them. I like being able to set up an almost impenetrable line of defense and then watching the enemies.
A Bile Demon has become unhappy because it has no food.
Setting up a line of defense and watching the enemies just kind of splatter themselves against it. Even though I know it's not very exciting to watch, it's fun for me. And now I think it's about time to start taking on the enemy. He's our last one, and although he's got some level 4 creatures I can see, I think I've got enough to take him out, especially with all these traps. Just a matter of using the Tremor spell to knock down the walls a bit so that our imps can dig them more quickly.
Your Thunderbolt spell has been upgraded.
I've not been allowing my warlocks much time to research, so I don't have all the spells and all the hidden rooms and everything that the warlocks would normally research at this point in the game. I'm just, trying to win here.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have taken over an enemy casino.
You have to be careful with the placement of the call to arms flags, because if one of your creatures encounters an enemy creature too far away from the flag, he will ignore it to respond to the flag instead of attacking.
It is payday. You have defeated an enemy keeper. You've triumphed over one and all, and now you rule supreme. Rest and celebrate.
Okay, after playing the 3 different versions of level 11 again, A, B, and C, from the 3 different starting points against 3 different sets of enemy keepers, I'm gonna have to change my mind. I thought level 11C was the most challenging, but now that I've played all 3 again, one after the other, I have to say that I think this level we just did, level C, is the least challenging, the easiest for me. And I don't know if that's just my style of play or what, but I had hardly any trouble at all finishing this one.
A well-stocked graveyard can attract the undead.
Now, normally we'd have a little after the mission cutscene here, a little cinematic, and I almost wasn't going to show you this one because you'd already seen it in the last 2 episodes, but I got some very low frame rates and then it kind of just locked up. And the computer was still working, still responding. In fact, I was able to Control-Alt-Delete and kill the Dungeon Keeper executable with the Task Manager later. But this is the first time I've actually had a crash or lockup or anything with Dungeon Keeper since I started this series. I had been doing a pretty good job of getting it to run. So we'll see if we have future problems. I may have to start quick saving during the levels and whatnot so I don't have to repeat too much effort. In the meantime, this is Uncle Troy signing off, hoping that you're enjoying this series and hope you have a good night.